So today I'm doing a book review on 0 to 1 and I loved this book. I loved it. I actually wish I bought it. I got it from the library and regret it. It's by Theil, and he is the person who started PayPal. So he has a foot to stand on when it comes to talking about businesses and how to run them and founders. The main idea of this book is basically it's the 0 to 1 concept. So 0 to 1 concept is that you're taking something from nothing. So it's a new idea. So say Facebook was a brand new idea. The first car was a brand new idea. They went from 0 to 1. Whereas the person who created the second car, they borrowed the idea of the automobile and then they improved on it. And that's not making a vertical jump, that's making a horizontal jump. And he's saying that people who change the world, they jump from 0 to 1. And we don't know what 2040 or 2050 could look like because we don't know what those 0 to 1 things are. We're not only gonna live in a world that improves on what we have currently, we're always gonna have those, kooky people who are like, thinking outside the box, they're geniuses, and they have the courage to do it. Which reminds me, my favorite quote from him was, "Brilliant thinking is rare, but courage is in even shorter supply than genius." And he's just talking about the founders and the ones we should be watching. Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, we can learn a lot of lessons from them. He kind of talks about going green and the companies that made it and why they made it, and the companies that will never even know their name because they sunk. They could have raised $280 million when they were, getting the people who invest to invest, but it meant nothing at the end of the day. And I thought that was really, really fascinating. The one chapter that really, really stood out, which funny enough, I actually didn't like the chapter. It was the green chapter called Seeing Green, but he mentioned 7 questions that people need to ask themselves. And this is such a good predicator. Is your company going to make it? And you have to answer these questions. And he's like, companies who cannot answer these questions will never make it. The engineering question, can you create breakthrough technology instead of incremental improvements? The timing question, is now the right time to start this business? The monopoly question, are you starting with a big share of a small market? So that's one of his chapters. He talks about monopolies and why it's actually a good thing. The people question, do you have the right team? The distribution question, do you have a way to not just create, but deliver your product? The durability question, will your market position be defensible in 10 to 20 years into the future? And the secret question, have you identified a unique opportunities that others don't see? Each question is like probably 250 words. I really thought about my own business. So I'm like, okay, the timing was perfect in my opinion. I have a really good team around me. Distribution, anyway, it made me really consider these questions and how to move forward. And even as I develop new parts of the business, I'm going to think back and reflect on these 7 questions because I honestly think that's a make or break between a company who makes it and a company who doesn't. All in all, I would really recommend this book. As I said, I loved it. I thought it was so interesting, and he just took an interesting look at a lot of different aspects that make up, business and the economy. So I would definitely suggest this reading. It was pretty easy. And like I said, really interesting. So I love learning about the economy. I love history. I love actually looking at specific people like case studies, which he dials onto. You can see a picture of Britney Spears. Can't go wrong with that. Now he's just talking about how there's American royalty, what makes them special, what makes them different. Yeah, so fascinating. So if you are looking for a book to just kind of inspire you, to give you some excitement about things, if you are looking to start investing in businesses, I highly, highly suggest this book. So if you have any book ideas, if you have any books that you've loved and you think I should read, let me know because I'm always, always looking for things to read. I love reading, it's a passion of mine, and I like to do these videos and help you guys out, telling you if you should do it or waste your time. So let me know below in the comments. Thank you.